speaking the truth.
We're taking up space.
Breaking the silence on menstruation.
This is the Red Dot Podcast.
Living first, stay fresh and clean. Nips are lies, you are a queen. Zero shame, oh yeah, shine so bright. Period power, own your light. Period power, own your light.
Hi, my name is Michelle, and with me in the studio today are
Iman, Grace,
Hope.
welcome to the Red Dot Podcast. Woo! I'm so excited.
I'm very excited too. It's going to be so fun.
Yes, exactly. Welcome to the Red Dot Podcast, the space where we talk about all things periods, power, and possibilities. Today's episode is titled Cultural Beliefs and Menstrual Practices, a Deep Dive. And trust me, this one's a journey.
Big one.
Across Nigeria's ethnic tapestry from the Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, and more, menstruation is seen through many cultural lenses.
Yeah.
Some harmful, some eyebrow raising, and some, quite frankly, not really spoken about, right?
Yeah.
But what if we could keep the beauty of our traditions without the baggage of shame and exclusion?
Yes.
That's what we're unpacking today. Let's begin.
So when you start your period, one of the things you hear is now you're a woman.
Yeah.
So in some cultures that comes with pride, empowerment, while in others it introduces you into a whole new world of negativity.
Yeah.
So I want to hear one thing you got ladies heard when you started your period, and was it true or not?
Okay, what I heard when I started my menstruation, my mom wasn't around, so I called them. So I was like, "Mommy, I started." I could feel the energy, I could feel the excitement for where she was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Mommy, calm down. It's just menstruation." She says, do you know what
Just
I'm saying?
menstruation.
Says right now, don't even think of it as just menstruation, that you're not a woman. I say, okay, is that so?
So she carried herself as a big
Yes.
girl.
So
Composure.
So it's
And my
exciting.
mom also said the same thing as well. When I called her on the phone, she said, she started screaming and she was so excited for me. And I was so surprised because when I saw it, I was scared and I was expecting the same reaction from them, right?
Yes.
So when I called her, she was screaming and she was, "Oh, I'm so happy for you, my baby girl. I'm so happy." And although she didn't really tell me what it was, but she was just welcoming me to woman who was like an invitation, you know? So yeah, that's how I feel happy.
You connected it to pride.
Yeah.
My mom also wasn't at home. I called her. She was amazed of a joy, saying her baby girl is now a woman. She's not a big girl. I told her it's just period. I told her to start arranging her money for pads.
Yes. Because that is important. Pads are expensive nowadays.
Very expensive.
Expensive.
Okay. So now the intentions behind these practices, like you can say, your mom can tell you when you're on a period, don't allow boys to touch you.
Yeah, I've also heard the same thing.
We know that it's in our best interest. She's trying to make us feel like, okay, we stay away from any form of sexual contact. But to the point that we should not even, some people might even tell their children not to even look at boys,
Yes.
not to be friends with boys. But they're just trying to protect us.
Yes. So that we don't like touch them in a way that will actually get us first.
Because you know that is from just a looking friendship that can turn to something
Yes.
else.
But physical touch can actually make a girl pregnant. So imagine a girl with, let me say, 5 to 7 brothers. She should just run away from the house because she's scared of getting pregnant.
That inclusive her father. We forgot the father too.
Father.
And in some cultures, like in Nepal, for example, there's what they call period huts. So when a girl is on her period, they lock her inside there. So if she's bleeding for 7 days, she's going to stay there for that whole week. And then for some girls, it just feels like terrifying. So when you see your period, you'll be like, it's time to go inside there.
Yes.
Because it just comes this feeling of isolation.
Yes.
And it is also very detrimental to our mental health.
Wait, so you mean when a girl starts seeing her menstruation, they take her to a hut?
And
And she stays
only
there.
her.
Alone.
Yes, only her.
Why?
They think that menstruation is something to be afraid of, is impure, so they don't want her close to the house.
That's really sad, though. I would feel very sad. if I
Yes,
was
that's
the
very
person.
unfair too. For that whole 7 days, maybe some people even bleed more than that.
Yes.
More than almost 2 weeks.
Yes.
So they
2 weeks.
for 2 weeks.
She's
No.
you now be sad.
It's very
Lonely. No one to talk to, nobody to. You just on your
Just
own.
being
And
there
then when she
alone.
now gets her period, it will be like, it's time for me to be locked inside
She'll
that
be so
hut.
scared of telling anyone that
She might not even tell her parents because she doesn't want to be locked inside the hut. So it's going to be very hard for her to get. And we bleed for a normal woman. We bleed for 2,500 days. So that's almost 7 years. So she's spending those 7 years in
Locked
that
up in a
hut.
house,
Wow.
alone. No one to talk to, nobody
Wow.
there, just herself.
So we should all think about why these myths and misconceptions, why these traditions are there, and whether they truly still serve us. Because honestly, most of them don't.
Because it might not hurt us physically, but
But
it can mentally.
mentally,
Yeah.
emotionally, yes.
In some northern parts, when the girl starts seeing her period, they consider her ready for marriage.
Really? So if
Yeah. How do they expect a 12, 11-year-old child to have a
care of-
baby, have a husband, taking care of a full-grown man?
when she's
She has not even taken
What
care
if she's
of
even
herself.
9 years old?
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Then you are moving to a man's house, go and
house.
stay.
So I've heard this story that when two teenagers, a boy and a girl, clearly, they got together and then the girl got pregnant. So the boy's family cast him away. He had to stay with her and start. They both dropped out of school, so he had to take care of her and the child.
Yeah.
So when the child starts crying, she starts crying, and he starts crying because they're all babies. How can you expect a 11, 12-year-old to take care of
Baby,
a
taking care of a
child?
Then there are 3 children in a house. Then they have to start fending for themselves, being alone, no mom, no dad.
And
Just
most of
because
the time, these men have more than 3 to 4 wives. And then they expect her to be like the new addition to the family.
Very
that's
sad
sad.
of just thinking about it.
And it happens. It might be weird, but it actually happens in many places.
It's not something you see out of a like fairy tale, a book, a movie.
It's
Because
real life.
yes,
Despite the burdens that comes with menstruation, we all have to admit that there are still some beauties. Yes, there's some good parts, some positive things that come with menstruation.
yeah.
Like now, my mom always she has a way of preparing me for my menstruation. She has a way of guiding me. And whenever I come and say, "Oh mommy, I have cramps," she'll be like, "Okay, just gonna sit down, I'll make tea."
In my
I'll be
house,
your
yeah,
friend for the whole
What a
month.
lovely mommy, girl.
Like I used to just feel so like
so
be
loved.
so loved.
and
It's
that's how
quite-
it's meant to be. But in my house, whether you're on your period, whether you're not on your
You must
period,
wash plates.
Ah,
You must
everything.
do work.
No, if you not let me face, there are sometimes like that. You cannot escape work. Cannot escape work. She'll take care of you. Yes,
Then when it's
but
time to
you,
work,
when you
I'm
get to a
carrying
point that you are trying
Yes.
to trying to get off all the chores in the house. Yes, she's going to tell you to go and wash that plate.
Yes.
Whether you're feeling the cramps or not.
It can be both a burden and a beauty. It's a natural part of life.
Yeah.
Symbolizing fertility and womanhood.
Yeah.
We've heard some awkward things about menstruations, period. There are also some amazing and awesome
Exactly.
things
Stuff that you
about
just
Yes.
want so
that
excited
come with
about.
menstruation.
Yes.
positive changes, guidance from elderly women, gifts. You are being
I love that gift
celebrated.
part.
Oh my God.
You'll be so happy about
Happy,
it.
amazing.
That you even be praying and let this thing just come.
Yes,
And let
and
it
there
just
are also
come.
some restrictive ones like don't touch water, don't go to the farm, don't cook. So because of my period now, they consider me impure.
That is in some cultures.
That is my spray impurity to the community. Like,
Then you start feeling sad.
yes.
Because if I'm on period, what
neglected.
am I even doing? They won't see periods as something to be proud of. All these girls that are in these communities that view periods like something they should hide or something that is just abnormal.
Then it turns into fear of pregnancy, into hygiene talk. They don't even put us through what it actually
They believe
means.
that in some families they don't talk about menstruation. They leave it that all to school, your science teacher, teacher. But your science teacher cannot come and teach you how to wear a pad. Your science teacher cannot come and teach you how to like use a hot water bottle when you're having cramps.
Like-
That is up to your
Like
family.
me, for instance,
Theirs
when I
is just to teach you how to go about it. They don't have time to
Yes.
say, come, let me show you how to. They don't have their time.
Yeah, like
Don't.
for me, when I first went to buy a pad,
Yeah.
it was the pharmacist that taught me how to wear it. Because when I went there, I was like, I want to buy a pad. And she said, and I told her that, please, how do I wear this? Because I didn't even know what it was. It just came like shock, you know? And when I asked her, she was like, there's a V part of the pad and you wear it, right? But even when I got home, I still didn't know. I had to go on YouTube to check what is you actually how to wear
Yes,
it.
so you use step by step.
So that's how crazy it is that you have to go online. You can't even be taught that at home. So if you can't be taught that at home, then how do you expect girls to be free about talking about it? Yeah. So it's really sad that we can't even talk about menstruation in our own like safe spaces
with your mom, with your dad, because they just feel like it's not their job as far as like
not
money
something
for
to
the
talk
pad.
about.
Duty,
Like,
whereas you are their daughter.
Even when I first saw it, it was my dad that was at home. And there was no escaping it. I had to tell him. So when I told him, he said, have you started seeing your... He couldn't even finish
The
the
sentence.
sentence. You know? It was now so sad that I didn't even know the name.
And I didn't know the name.
So I was like, is this it? Is it that thing that my teacher taught me? Or because it was just a brush, because our teacher at the time was a man.
Okay,
So he
that
didn't
explains
see
a lot.
Emphasize, yes, or
what
elaborate
it
on the
actually
topic.
is.
And even in class, some female students won't allow the teacher, if it's a male, to talk about that.
When you use a female teacher, they won't still allow.
And it's not even a topic. It's just like lists of puberty, you know? So it's not even a topic that is actually focused on what
Being
menstruation
taught
is.
or being breakdown for you to understand.
And these girls that don't get the adequate information or guidance, it can actually lead to isolation or depression. So they might end up like secluding themselves in a particular place.
depression, you
Yes,
feel
and
sad.
they feel lonely, feel as if they're not among, since they can't come straight about this topic, they can't say it and they can't be free about it.
Okay, so how can we really create change in our communities? How can we tell that our grandmother or our grandfather that, you see this, my menstruation is something I should be proud of? How do we tell them without it coming off as disrespectful? Because they value respect. Because if you come and talk to an elder anyhow, what the response you receive,
Yeah.
the response you receive is going to be anyhow.
It depends on the tone you use to address it.
Yes.
You can't come in a very rude manner or
Because
shouting
you're
at them.
trying to prove a point.
Yes, they're your elders.
Day to day, they got this from their parents, from their grandparents.
Yes.
So they believe that what
how-
they're doing
this how it's
is right.
supposed to go.
It's supposed to be like that.
Then
So
they
you-
now believe it as well. Then they are trying to pass
Exactly.
it on to us.
So you come in a very calm, respectful manner, but like, grandma, this is not how it is. Maybe in those days, that's how you did things, but like, we're in the modern age.
Your grandmother, okay, she will not be menstruating at that time, but if she has like your little cousins at home and then she's teaching them that maybe you should use sand instead of pads, it's going to be, because that's what they grew up with and that's what they believe is right. That's the only, not that's the only thing they have. That's what they believe is the best way
That's
to
what they're
handle
used
that
to do,
period.
yes.
Wait, just calm down. You say that people use sand.
Yes, some people
Like,
use sand.
how does that wait? I don't even want to think of it.
Yes,
I thought it stopped at rags.
Or leave or something like.
some
Most-
don't even use anything at all. They just let it flow, and then once your underwear gets stained,
You can change it or something.
and then we all know that when your underwear gets stained with period blood, you will scrub from now to next year. it will not clean.
Aside from that, it's very uncomfortable using sand or those kind of things. But the things, that's what they were taught when they were
Yes,
younger.
that's what they're used
So
to.
they're
But
just trying
we
to...
Gen Zs are not taking anything like that.
Exactly. We are going to change it because it's okay to evolve, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. If it's harmful, if it's bad, if it's not okay, then it's okay to change that perspective of what menstruation really is.
That is the main thing that is causing this battle between modern life and our cultural beliefs, our traditions, because what they believe back then,
It's not clashing with what we believe right now.
and we know that this scientific age we are living in now, most of the things we believe in is not most, all of them are right. So we don't need like to continue using that old method or using rags, sand, because we know that they can,
Cotton wool.
we know that they can affect us.
Yes. So now that is what we need to like explain to them.
Yeah,
So we break it down bit by bit. Hopefully
Even
get
if you have to use
understand.
pidgin, their language, just make them understand.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
many people now go to elders, right? We seek advice from elders. So if they don't understand what it actually means, then what hope is there for people?
Even in some languages, there's no actual word for menstruation.
Yes.
They always call it that thing or
Like in my school, my friends, we have to use like a code word for what menstruation actually is. So when we go to school and we have to, maybe my friend is having cramps, right? We now have to use a code word and we started calling it Q.
Q.
It sounds weird, but we had to use a code word because anytime we try to talk about it, everybody just has a look on their face and like, ew, like what are you talking about?
Because culture doesn't only stop like your traditions, your tribe. It also comes down to the way people think about menstruation in a particular community or particular circle, like in school.
Yeah.
In school, it's very hard to talk about menstruation without people looking at you with eyes that mean this.
Yeah, sometimes we mostly talk about people mocking you, people saying this, but sometimes it's just the facial expression.
Expression alone can shut some people down when they're talking about periods.
Okay, so do you think that religious leaders can like fit into
Of course,
Of
yeah.
course.
Because people listen to leaders more than anyone else. You can't just come out of nowhere and tell people in your like hometown now that using rags on your period is bad, because they won't listen to you. They don't know you. But if it's the king, the queen, maybe someone from the royal family that is going to do like a campaign and a program and awareness.
By educating their community, advocating change policy, most especially empowering women and girls.
It doesn't even matter about queens, all those higher, even a class captain in class is also a
Yes,
leader,
as long
right?
as you're put in the leadership
and
role.
also prefects as well in school. So if you come out and tell people that don't talk about menstruation in school, people will definitely want to listen to you.
Yes.
But if you start giving what menstruation actually is, or maybe if you give talks on the assembly, you are very known in the school. You know, people even follow like their role models.
Or
You can
people
just pick a
online.
senior and say, this senior, I like the way she talks, I like the way she dresses. And maybe she now starts telling you that, oh, we don't talk about menstruation over here. Menstruation is bad. Then you start to listen to what she says.
So
So
try to put it in practice.
So in anywhere you find yourself, leaders are always there. So if leaders put a bad reputation or a bad perspective on something, especially when it comes to menstruation, then people would definitely want to follow.
Yes, and I feel that the religious leaders too can help in advocating to our elders, because elders will obviously listen to leaders, especially those ones that are higher than them, either religious or in rank. They will listen as long as they are higher.
That's why they need to make the right perspective on what things actually mean, especially when it comes to menstruation.
Exactly.
But not only that, but also social media influencers. Because nowadays, listen to people online more than people in real life.
They're always on their phones.
So if that vlogger online is talking about menstrual dignity, of course you're going to listen to her or him, because you believe that they know more than you, since they have like 1 million followers.
Yes, and they have a certain way of passing the information to you. Like, they have a way of making you feel like among. They will pass it in a very...
They'll put it in a way you'll be eager to want
Yes,
to
exactly.
it. Yeah.
So for all the influencers out there, those get ready with me videos they are doing, those vlogs, they are just as important as advocating for menstrual dignity.
Yes.
Therefore spread the word. Period is not my shame.
Yes.
Let's make
I like
that's
that.
our logo. Now that's our period is not my shame.
And also to influencers who actually push out the word of menstruation, we see you and we appreciate you.
Let's clap for them wherever they are.
Have a clap. That we actually have people out there who actually push out menstruation and let people know that this is actually something good.
And you guys are doing a great job.
Yeah.
How do you think we can create change, bring about change in our community, environment, and homes too?
So first we need like empowerment programs, because even if in all these rural areas where we know that we see practice culture more than other modern things, we need to be able to give girls pads, because not that they don't know that pads are better than the rags they're using. It's just they don't have access.
Yes.
And some of them might be very expensive. like how much is a pack of pads?
And that is very painful, having to like know that this is not the right thing.
but you still have,
But
Yes,
you
but you have no
don't
choice.
to use it.
it's very painful.
Because that's what you grew up with.
Mm.
Not only that was drop it, even if it's available in like in a shop, even if the shop is right outside your house, if you don't have money to buy it, there's no way you're going to be able to use it.
Yeah, but I feel it starts from home. So mommies and daddies need to train girls what menstruation actually is, because I didn't learn how to wear a pad from home. I had to go online to go and learn it.
And that's very sad.
It's very
It shouldn't be
true,
like
yeah.
that.
So it starts from home. Parents needs to teach their, even though you might not have like the right knowledge, just let them know that this is something good, this is something to be proud of,
Yeah,
right?
it's not something to be ashamed. Even our brothers, don't make us feel as if we're dirty. 'Cause some brothers can actually make us feel as if we're
Because
dirty.
them too, they are misinformed
Yes.
as well.
So yes, right information, adequate information. Yes, that's actually good. Then our religious leaders help us advocate.
we need to keep
Or
saying this,
menstrual
because if we don't emphasize on it, there's no way it's going to happen.
Yes, leaders in general. Because you're a leader. It's what you say we'll do. If you lead us here, we will go.
We'll go.
Yes.
Even though you say enter fire, we'll enter the fire.
Not literally, but like you understand.
Yeah,
you're
trust
leading,
that, don't
you're
worry.
leading us. So
Yeah, so they have to like make us understand what it actually means.
yes, we tend
So
to.
leading us into the wrong path.
Yes, that is exactly it. And us as girls, we really need to help.
We need to be supporting
Yes, because in as much as we are talking about it, we are saying we actually like face to face with people. You can tell someone, a neighbor, a friend, your sister, your mother.
Because if what our mothers told us isn't right, and we think, oh, I shouldn't touch boys, then you think, does that really make sense? You go online, make research about it, then you come back and say, this thing you said isn't true.
Or you just
so
say-
yeah, it's some
But in a respectful way. In a
Yes,
respectful way. Not
please, we did not say go and shout.
because it's okay to look for knowledge. It's okay to seek for more. It's okay
Yeah.
to ask questions. If you don't understand, like mom said, boys shouldn't touch me. I shouldn't touch boys. What does that actually mean? You can go to there's Google, there's internet. You can go and search for it and also look for your own knowledge as well, right?
But we aren't saying that you should go somewhere that is not meant for you to go. Because
Yeah.
it's very easy to fall prey to all this
Yeah.
bad stuff online.
We're saying seek for knowledge.
I'm not saying seek for something I'm not supposed to be seeking for. Just keep that in mind.
Yes.
And you can imagine if this was some people are here, this is what they're telling some people that don't touch boy. You can imagine what they're telling other people. So like it's very scary when you think about it. So the best you can do is just to educate someone, enlighten them, just for doing sales.
And this is even in town, like why the city. Imagine what they actually tell
the
girls
village.
in the rural areas, in the village.
Because there are a lot of crazy stuff out there. Some people say wear only white clothes when you're on your period. When you're supposed to be hiding your white clothes. Because of if you stay in that state, it's going to be there forever. What's your map from Nigeria for you?
Because white on the norm, it gets dirty easy. So you can imagine red.
And then don't cook, don't enter the farm. This stuff, yes, we knew that back then it was the norm, how things are supposed to be. But if you enter the farm, what's going to happen? Because people believe that period blood is almost like a herbicide. If it touches plants, the plants will wilt and die. And if people believe that if you enter the farm, that harvest is not going to be a good one.
Where are you getting all these things from?
No, but actually, some people actually still believe that.
Yes, that's why girls are still suffering.
That's why all this needs to change, right? Because if it's bad, then it's okay to evolve. I'll say it 100,000,000 times. It's
Change.
okay to evolve. If it's harmful, if it's bad, it's okay to just change and say, this is not the right way to do things. You're keeping a girl in a hut for how many
7 days.
how many weeks of her life?
Like one thing I heard, the only thing that is permanent is change.
Exactly.
Just change. Be change is constant.
Especially when
Change is constant.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Especially when it involves knowledge as well, right? So it's okay to change as well. That's it for today's episode of the Red Dot Podcast.
Yes.
We've gone from Asian beliefs to modern beliefs and the common thread. Power, possibility, and the right to bleed with dignity.
Yes.
Culture is beautiful,
We all know that.
but when it harms more than it helps, it's okay to evolve. So let's talk to our families, question the norms, and shape a better menstrual story together. Join us next week as we dive into menstrual health in schools, the reality for Nigerian girls. Until then, celebrate your cycle and keep challenging the status flow. And until next time, make sure you like, share, comment.
Because if you don't tell other people about this podcast, there's no way they're going to watch it.
We're going to hunt things. Yes. It's not possible that they will not watch.
So share, comment, people to comment.
Yes.
Don't mind.
And make sure you. Okay.
Period power, own your light. Period power, own your light.